Welcome to Halflington. Picturesque, eh? You must be here to audition for the protagonist role. Very well, we'll see if you're up for it. Why don't you take a look around? I do love a tavern, don't you? So cozy. Let's see if you know your way around the basics. Not to get too technical, but can you point out a table? I'll let you know if you're off track. Oh, that's a relief. You wouldn't believe how many main characters I lose on that one. This next one will be a bit trickier. Can you point out a patron? That's what I call customers. Correct! Though in the future, you might refrain. That's objects and people handled. Shall we see if you can tell the difference between the rooms? Can you locate the storeroom? The staff room. Employees only, I'm afraid. Try again. Very good. The storeroom is also a great place to hide from annoying customers. Oh dear, is that an adventurer headed this way? Always a handful, heroes. Why don't you see what he wants? After all, interacting with odd characters is part of the job. Just click on the fellow with the book above his head. As you move to intercept the adventurer, he sweeps his sword from its sheath and slams it into the bar top, rattling the tankards and startling the other patrons. He strikes a valiant pose. Fear not, simple townsfolk. The hero has arrived. He frowns, giving his breastplate a polish with a bar towel. Not much of a greeting. In stories, people usually welcome heroes with more grateful bowing. Never mind, I don't have time to educate the help. I have an epic journey to begin, and those usually start with slaying beasties on behalf of some random nobody. He stares expectantly at you. It's awkward. Hello, that would be you. Do you have a quest for me or not? Good thinking. The best tales start with heroes brooding in corners. If anyone comes in with a magic ring or a prophecy or something, send them my way. That'll be the call to adventure. He takes a few steps away and then glances back, smiling hopefully. Really? I don't have to do any fighting or dungeon crawling? The whole world isn't hinging on my valiant deeds? I could just hang out? He takes his hand off his sword and heaves a heavy sigh. You managed to defuse the situation? Impressive. I thought for sure that would be a disaster. Let's move on. Now, I'd like to see how you handle opening a tavern yourself. Click on the prompt to the right when you're ready. Welcome to the swamp. Sorry, I blew the location budget on that Halflington tavern. I hope you like mud. First things first, it's time to teach you how to teach yourself. Hovering your cursor over things like checklists can bring up helpful tooltips. Why don't you try it? Phenomenal work! You mastered tooltips, and thus the secret to mastering the whole game. Onwards! The tap room is ready, but you're missing a vital piece, the tap. You'll need one to serve drinks. Build one wherever you like. It's that easy. Ready to hire your first staffer? Really? Based on those qualifications? Are they a friend of yours? Never mind. It's time to buy drinks. The traveling merchant will be here momentarily. Click on him when he arrives. Excited to tap that barrel? Select the tap you installed to assign your new beverage to it. That does it for basic necessities. I think you're ready to open for business. Unlock those doors. It's smooth sailing from here. Wait for a patron and your staffer will do the work. Dead simple, see? Now, let me show you how to make your tavern more cozy. Decorating your tavern truly makes it your own. Take this table, for example. It's an empty canvas, ready to transform. You might decorate it with something simple, perhaps place a centerpiece. But why stop there? You can change and tweak every element according to your mood. Ooh, feeling romantic? And you needn't stop at simply decorating. You can design anything you can imagine, piece by piece. Go wild! For now, let's try something simple. Select a piece from the design mode and combine it with the table. You'll have hundreds of options as a tavern keeper, but let's start with 3. That's an interesting choice. Well, there's no accounting for taste. That's enough decorating for now. You know, I think I've found my protagonist. The role is yours if you want it. Go on, run the tavern as you like for a few days. Perhaps you can earn your first tavern star. Bullseye! You hear a dry, rhythmic clatter approaching the front door of the tavern. Could it be a peddler selling kindling, or a shaman's rattlestick? But when the door opens, it's a skeleton standing on the stoop. Many thanks, many thanks. The name's Cuthbert. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Those skulls seem already to grin by default. Somehow the skeleton seems to smile. One off the tap, if you please. I don't drink much. Oh, just having a bit of a mid-death crisis, maybe. Stuck in a rut. You serve the drink. Cuthbert clasps it, tapping his bony fingers against the pewter mug. Truth is, my heart's not in the job anymore. Been starting to wonder, did I become a dungeon henchman because it was what I wanted, or because it was expected of me? I could be... I want a job where I can chat with people. Something like what you do. Cuthbert sighs, the mournful sound coming from deep in his open ribcage in a way that makes no sense whatsoever. He brings the mug up to his skull and taps the... Skeletons give everybody the willies. Whenever I'm out and about on errands, people run the other way, even shopkeeps. Makes doing the groceries right difficult. Cuthbert waves his finger. You've talked me into it. I'm headed down to that dungeon right now and turning in me rusty old sword and shield. The afterlife is too short to waste. Cuthbert slaps a palm against the counter. It makes a sound like a bowl of rocks being thrown at a wall. I bet that nice skeleton is looking for a new job by now. You should check the new applicants. Maybe he'd like to work here. As a skeleton, some patrons might find Cuthbert a little frightening. Also, he hardly sleeps. But no one's perfect. In fact, when he was alive, he... Oh, never mind. Let's save that story for the full game. Carry on. Seems we're in for a rainy night. Old parchments covered in cramped writing are scattered all over the bar top. A forlorn elf has been shuffling through the paperwork for hours, muttering under their breath. They haven't earned more than curious looks. At first, the elf doesn't seem to hear you, but after a moment, their dazed eyes drift up to meet yours. What? Oh, nothing. A look of relief washes over their face, and they scoot the parchments toward you with both hands. So, I'm a thief, right? Last month, I lifted a nobleman's coin purse, and it wasn't until I got home that I realized it wasn't full of coins, it was full of diamonds. The elf looks affronted, their hand drifting up to their mouth as if to ward off a bad taste. Of course I pay my taxes. I'm a thief, not a criminal. I did try to negotiate into a lower rate with the tax office, of course. You know, one thief to another. No luck. I guess you're right. It's my civic duty, really. With a crestfallen expression, the elf's eyes drop to the paperwork once again. And after I pay it properly, I... Bad weather on the way. Feel it in my bad leg, right here in the joint, ever since that goblin injured it. The old-timer leans heavily on the back of a chair and rubs his knobby knee, grimacing out the window at the mild day outside. Sure, he apologized right there on the dance floor for dropping me mid-twirl, even... So you can feel it too, eh? Right you are. That rain's coming down before the day is out. Fun. Makes you want another one, doesn't it? A shame we can't keep on playing forever, but this is just a demo. How should we end things? I'll leave it up to you. Here, a nice shiny button. Ooh. Press it to end things with a bang, or let the timer run out and leave your tavern to putter along after you go. Couldn't resist, hmm? I see that for you, the joy of creation has a darker twin, the thrill of destruction. I'll keep that in mind when you join me for the full story. Thanks for playing the Tavern Keeper demo. I've had ever so much fun.